Well, hey there, it's J-Dog again. Hey, today I'm at another section of the Mass Central Rail Trail. I'm in Ware, Massachusetts, and today I'm going to walk another section of the Mass Central Rail Trail here that goes up towards Hardwick. This is another relatively new section of the Mass Central Rail Trail. A few years ago, they put in this first segment here, which I'll show you, that's about a half-mile long. It's a nice little mile walk out and back. But on the other side of the road here, they extended the trail up towards Hardwick, and that goes for about 1.6 miles. So I'm going to walk that one today and show you that. I'm also continuing to check out my new cell phone camera. This is the second video I've done with this. It's a Samsung S23. The first one I made, I was just using kind of the standard video settings. And on this time, I'm using Pro Video. And I am using the ultra wide lens. And I got a new mic, a little lavalier mic here. That's hopefully improving the sound over the last video. So we'll see how this goes. So this section of the rail trail that I'm walking is off Church Street in Ware, and I'm walking north towards Hardwick. It's again an old rail bed of the Mass Central Railroad. Each section of the Mass Central Rail Trail is a little different. The one we walked last week was along the river in Hardwick. This one is, we have cornfields on both sides. Saw you some clips of those cornfields here, but it's kind of different. It's interesting how each little section, if you walk in Barry or Oakham, you're in the woods. If you walk in Rutland, you're going through the state park. New Braintree, you're walking by fields also. So it's nice to be able to get out and see some of the rural countryside here in Central Mass on the rail trail. It's a nice fall day here. It's November 4th. It's actually not too bad today, temp in about 50, 51, 52. We've had some hard freezes, so a lot of the leaves have come down. A lot of the perennial plants have died off, but nice little warm weekend we have here, and a nice day to walk this rail trail. Well, we can start to see the Ware River here. It just popped out once we got past that field. But that's pretty good that it follows here. We get to see a little change of scenery along the river. There's some pretty fauna up on the hillside there. A lot of burning bushes that are kind of the reddish bushes. Wow, this is another nice section of the hillside here. You can see all that red, all those burning bushes on that hillside. That's really pretty. Here's another little overlook on the river. There's a little bench here. You can see the river down below. We come up to the other old mill complex that's in the Gilbertville section of Hardwick. This is below the section that you saw in my last video. The river is down there, as you can see. But this is the other section of the mill. It's an abandoned mill. Yes, that's a big old mill complex by the river. And I think we're coming up to some type of terminus here. And it looks like this is as far as we go. Right by that old mill complex. Well, my fitness tracker I had on said we walked 2.8 kilometers. I'll put up in the video what that is. It's supposed to be 1.6 miles, but I'm sure it's pretty close. One of the things I like about this trail is that you're really just walking along the river. Other than that old mill complex you see in the background, there's been really no other structures, no other houses. You don't go through any residential areas, so it's a very peaceful and quiet walk along this trail. At different places around Nearby you can hear the river rushing. But that's it, other than some birds and animals rushing in the leaves. A nice peaceful walk. And here we are back to the parking lot. I'd say there's parking for probably about 8 cars here. Well, that was a nice walk. 5.5 kilometers. I'll convert that to probably 3.2, 3.3 miles. But nice walk. Took me about an hour and 15 minutes at the pace I walk. But highly enjoyed it. And I really only saw one other walker because it's kind of an out and back. You don't really see bikes on it, but nice trail here on the Mass Central Rail Trail in Ware.